Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share 5 popular parenting phrases that I refuse to use. They're super trendy, they're super popular. One may even say they're cute or cool, but I'm going to share why I personally refuse to use them. But first, this video is not to shame or judge anyone who does use these phrases. I am just sharing why I choose not to use them. These are my own personal reasons, and if it's not that deep to you, that's totally fine. But for me and mine, it is that deep. Phrase number 1, stop growing up, or stay little forever, stay blank years old, don't grow up, etc., etc., etc. Well, there's only one way that it is possible for a child to not be given the opportunity to grow up. Think about it. Growing up is a part of living, being alive, and being well. As much as I love my kids' little phases, the young, the small, the cute phases, and how sweet and cuddly and innocent they are, I do want my babies to grow up because that is proof that they're alive and that they're healthy. Number 2, jerk, brat, stinker, naughty, etc. I think to myself, what is the definition of these things? Do I want that for my children? Do I want them to grow up and exhibit those traits in their adult life? Do I want them to exhibit those traits even during childhood and teen years? I want to raise men and women of character who have compassion for others, who show love, and who make good decisions. So no, I'm not going to call them a jerk. I'm not going to call them a a-hole, a stinker, or a brat, even though those are supposed to be cute little nicknames for kids who are acting up. Number 3, heartbreaker. This typically is a phrase that people use for handsome little boys. Many of us know what heartbreak feels like, and we know that a heartbreaker is someone who breaks people's hearts. I know it's a figure of speech, but it's still a word and it still has power. I want my son to be compassionate. I want him to value and respect women, to be gentle and kind, and to be caring of other people's feelings, not to walk around breaking people's hearts. So no, he is not a heartbreaker, even though he is very handsome. Number 4, broke best friend. I do not want my children to be broke, not now, not ever, period. I want success and prosperity for them, so I don't want to speak anything other than success and prosperity over them and over their future lives. And number 5, monster, rebel, terror, etc. All of these things refer to someone who is not a good person, who has poor character, who makes poor choices, a person who is wild and out of control and destructive and reckless. And again, I want my children to be kind. I want them to be wise. I want them to have and to use self-control. I want them to make good choices and to treat people right. Therefore, I will not call them a terror, monster, a rebel. So yes, all 5 of those things are trendy, they're popular, they may be cute to some, but I will not and cannot use them for me and mine. I am very cautious of every single word that I speak to and over my children, because words have power, and what I say is what will be. There's no such thing as a word void of power. I think long term about my children and their futures. As a parent, I am responsible for speaking into my children and calling them what God has called them, so that they know who they are and who they were created to be, so that they know how to treat people and to have high self-esteem and high value and worth. Not only that, but children internalize what they are called and what is spoken into them. And then ultimately that is what they believe that they are, and that is what they will exhibit. Whether they fully comprehend or understand at the time that it's spoken or not, it's still internalized. So I speak life into my children, and I only speak things into them that I want to manifest in their lives. Now, of course, I'm not a perfect parent. And anytime I may accidentally say something that I actually don't want to manifest or something that didn't come out properly, I will say either crop failure in Jesus' name, or I break the power of those words in Jesus' name. I say crop failure because words plant seeds for future realities. And if I don't want that crop to actually grow, I need to speak crop failure over it in Jesus' name. And breaking the power of words is something that my parents instilled in us as children. They taught us the phrase, I break the power of those words in Jesus' name. And if I say that, I'll even sometimes go back and reword what I said. So just like my parents, I teach by example. When I declare crop failure or break the power of words, then they too will also be cautious of their words and speak only things into their lives that they want to actually happen. I seal everything with in Jesus' name, because without him, we have no type of power on our own. That's all I have for this video, and I'll see you next week in the next one.